Hi everyone and welcome to this Q&A session. Thank you again to everyone that sent all the questions in. I have them all ready here to answer, so here we go. So the first question is, what is your favourite ship? I don't actually ship anyone really in Once Upon a Time anymore. I stopped for many reasons. So for this show, no one really. I much prefer to stay impartial in terms of shipping anyway. It's helpful in terms of the blog, I believe. But outside of Once Upon a Time, I'm still not really an avid shipper, I wouldn't say, but I ship Rizzoli and Isles. I ship Huddy, which is House and Dr. Cuddy from House. And besides that, not much else. That's about it in terms of shipping for me. The next question is, what is your favourite Disney movie and princess? My favourite Disney movie is Tangled. My favourite princess is Rapunzel. I'm a big fan of the Tangled movie. It's my favourite. And I know there's usually this battle between Tangled and Frozen as to which film people preferred, and I have to say I much preferred Tangled to Frozen. And I believe I've covered the answer as to why that is in a previous video. So, moving on. Which fairy tale do you want Once Upon a Time to do? They've already done it, and it's the same as my last answer. I want to see Rapunzel again, and I want the story to be revisited, because I feel that what we had from Rapunzel's story wasn't really good enough. In all honesty, I think it was very rushed, it was very throwaway, and her arc, inverted commas, was completed in an episode, and I feel that didn't do it justice at all. So I want to see Rapunzel maybe returning as part of someone else's story, having a part in their life, or to just go back and look at her time previously in the tower with Mother Gothel, who's one of my favourite fairy tale characters. That's definitely one I'd want to see once doing again. Next one is, what's your favourite ice cream flavour? I am a mint chocolate chip person. Nothing beats mint chocolate chip for me. Everyone I know is kind of really into cookie dough, but that always escaped me as a flavour. No, that's my favourite one. What are the main things you want to see next season? I'm really interested to see this notion of Emma as the Dark One. There's a lot of speculation as to what people think might be happening, whether she's going to, or her costume is going to be similar to Rumpel as the Dark One, with the glittering skin and just being golden, I guess. So yeah, I'm interested to see Emma as the Dark One. How they go about saving her, obviously it looks like they're going to segue into Camelot for Merlin's story. Who they'll meet along the way would be interesting to me, whether we see Lancelot return. Seeing what Emma's saviour, or who Emma's saviour will be in this arc. There's people who want to see her save herself, which would be nice. Whether it's Regina that will save Emma to return the favour almost, or whether it will be a mix of Henry and Regina that save Emma, which I think would be quite a nice touch. There's a lot to look forward to, I think, although I'm not as excited about the notion of Merlin, but that does completely depend on which avenue they go down for this one. If they try to copy the BBC series, as it were, then I will lose interest very quickly. But if they remain as well, if they are as original as possible, or they remain true to the legends, that would interest me far more. Did you cry at anyone's death on the show? If not, whose were you most upset by? Ingrid's, hands down. I almost shed a tear at Ingrid's death, and I'm made of stone. I rarely cry, but that did move me an awful lot. I was one of the people that was kind of rooting for her to be redeemed at the end of her arc and to live happily ever after, but that was cruelly ripped away. Definitely Ingrid's. I don't think any other character death has affected me as deeply. Will you watch Heroes Reborn? Robbie Kay is in it. I didn't know about it at all, actually, which was surprising considering I was quite a big fan of Heroes when it was airing. And now that I've read up about it, I don't think I will, because I'm going to cling on to what I knew and what I loved about the original series and what was cut short. What is your favourite Marvel movie? I am not a Marvel fan. I haven't seen any of the films. I haven't read any of the comics. Marvel just passed me by throughout my adolescence and childhood. I don't really know why. I was just never into superheroes. The only superhero that sort of interested me was Daredevil. I don't know, around the time that I would have been reading comic books, which I did read some, but not of Marvel, I was dancing or I was in my musical theatre classes, so I don't know, I went down that avenue more than I explored my superhero phase. But you never know, it might be something I return to now in adulthood. So I don't have one. What's the best news you've ever received? I guess today's news could be this. I found out today that I have passed my degree with an upper second class honours, so I'm quite happy with that. So that's some really good news to start off the week. So thank you to everyone again that sent in questions. The next Q&A is likely to be mid-July, which will coincide with the rearranged date with the competition deadline. So you have a few more weeks now to get those entries in. If you want yours to be counted, get them in as soon as possible. The ones I've had so far have been truly amazing. You're all very talented people, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. So this is it for this Q&A. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time.